When I wake up in about on the pink world, I did out of bed and wake up my homegirls.
Get up.
Just 5 more minutes.
No, get up. Fine.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am, because today is the dance, and we're supposed to get our dress days ago, but you decided to procrastinate.
Okay, fine, let's go.
Why are you driving so slow?
I'm going the speed limit.
Well, whatever.
God.
Wake up in my own pink world.
Hi.
Whoa! I didn't see you guys there. Welcome to Barbie's Dream Store.
Do you have any dresses?
Oh yeah, I have one right here.
Thank you.
Do you have another one? We're kind of looking for 2. Maybe. Oh yeah, right here. I remember this one.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh.
Come again.
Thank you. Bye.
That line took so long.
For real.
Like, it took like an hour for us to even like get to the store.
Yeah, at least we just got our dresses.
Yeah, for real. It's gonna be such a long drive home.
For real. Well, when we get home, I'm probably gonna take a nap.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, we're finally home.
Yeah, I know. That was such a long drive.
For real. Literally not doing that again.
Well, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Me too.
A Barbie needs her rest. Nap time!
Yeah, I'm just kidding. What time is it? Oh, crap! Macy, we gotta get ready. Oh. Where'd the dresses go?
I thought you had them last.
I put them right there.
But they were. Where'd they go?
You better get back here! No! My dress! Way.
Okay, let's just go.
Oh my god, whatever. Let's go get ready for
Okay, let's go.
Okay, there's only 30 minutes! Oh my gosh!
A Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life is plastic. It's fantastic.
Hello, RMS,
Today we are here with Kylie Little.
and Madeline McLean.
Many schools over the U.S. have a ton of homework.
And many schools have little to no homework.
We are here to give you the inside scoop of how RMS students feel about the amount of homework assigned.
And if we should have homework or not. I'm Madeline McLean, and today I'm here with
Mrs. Howdeshell.
and I'm going to be interviewing her on her thoughts about homework. Do you think homework is a necessity for students to learn in school? Why or why not?
I don't think it's necessarily needed for you to learn in school, but I think sometimes we have to do homework and sometimes it's needed to be able to learn what you need to learn.
Do you think RMS students are assigned an appropriate amount of homework? Why or why not?
Yes, I think a lot of teachers don't assign a ton of homework, and most of the time it's students' fault for having homework. So, yeah, I think we have assigned an appropriate amount.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Kylie Little and I'm here with
Mrs. Du Bois.
and I'm going to be interviewing her about her thoughts about homework is necessary for students to learn in school. Why or why not?
I think homework is important to teach responsibility. I don't think that everyone should have homework every night, but I do think it's good for extra practice and to teach responsibility.
Do you think RMS students are assigned a appropriate amount of homework?
I think that, I know in my class, in math, we don't have homework every day, but maybe once we might have homework if we don't get something completed. And I think that's good for responsibility at least once a week.
Hi, I'm Madeline McLean, and today I'm here with
Adeline Gonzalez.
and I'm going to be interviewing her about her thoughts on homework. Do you think homework is a necessity for students to learn in school?
I do not think it is a necessity to work in school.
RMS students are assigned an appropriate amount of homework. Why or why not?
I do think so because we don't get as much homework as we did in 6th grade, and I think that it's more easier with the people who do sports.
Thank you.
I'm Kylie Little and I'm here with
Lila Bowers.
and today I'm going to be interviewing her about her thoughts about homework.
Do you
think homework is a necessity for students to learn in school?
In some subjects, yes, but then in other ones, you don't really need it. So yes and no, I guess.
RMS students are assigned the appropriate amount of homework. Why or why not?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Because we don't have, well, in 7th grade, we don't have that much homework. We don't have it every night. And I feel like we just have an appropriate amount.
In conclusion, RMS students
And RMS staff have very different opinions on homework.
but overall homework is a necessity for students to learn.
Hey guys, it's Emily,
Emma,
and Ella. So, we're gonna try and successfully make 2 batches of slime. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.
so that way you get notified every time we post a new video.
Yup, let's get into it. Okay, Chris, let's start with putting in the glue. Like, you work them out of here. That's enough. Together. You're doing that. You're doing right. Breathe. Put orange in it. No, I'm gonna show the camera. Thanks, everywhere. Okay, this is it for the video. Pray for us, please. Really blood, right? Come back anytime. See you soon. Stop camera.
Hello, RMS. I'm Elena Jones.
And I'm Shelby Pearson.
And today we'll be interviewing students and teachers
On their thoughts about if phones should be allowed in class.
or if they're distracting to students. Okay, first we're interviewing.
Well, you have a phone.
Yes.
Do you think you should be allowed to have phones in class?
Yeah, because if we get all of our work done, I think we should
Get distracted when you get notifications on your phone?
Yes.
Thank you. Kyla Little.
Our first question is, do you have a phone?
Yes.
Our second question is, do you think phones should be allowed in class?
I think they do because they can help us on tests, and like I don't want to get a bad grade, so if I have my phone, I'll get a good grade.
Okay, for our last question, do you think students get distracted by just having their phones on them when they get a notification?
No, I don't think they do because like you could just check it after class. Like why get your phone taken if you just check it after class? Like
Okay, thank you.
Our next student is
Daniela Ochoa.
And our first question is, do you have a phone?
No,
Okay, our second question is, do you use other people's phones?
all the time.
Okay, our third question, do you get distracted on other people's phones in class?
Well, I do tend to grab my friends' phones, and yes, I think I would get distracted.
Okay, do you think that phone should be allowed in class?
Yes, I think after the teacher's talking, as long as you're not doing anything bad and stuff, you should be able to have it out.
Oh, these are the opinions of students and teachers on phones. This is Shelby Pearson.
And Elena Jones,
Signing off.
Hello, our message, Daniela Ochoa, Morgan Fowler, and Ainsley Horvath. Today we'll be talking about dress code. We will ask 2 teachers their opinions about dress code,
And if they think the school would benefit uniforms.
The first teacher we'll be talking to is Mrs. Du Bois.
Today I'm here with
Mrs. Du Bois.
and I will be asking you a few questions about dress code. Do you think there are more or less dress codes with uniforms?
I think there would be less because I think with a dress code, you have it's pretty concrete. You know what you need to wear.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think dress code is important to have in school? Why or why not?
I do think dress code is important. I am all about expressing yourself, and everybody has their own style, but I feel like everybody needs to have an appropriate, what's appropriate and what's not.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, today I'm here with
Mrs. Rigney.
All right, can I ask you a couple of questions about dress code?
Sure.
Okay, the first one is, do you think there will be more or less dress codes with uniforms?
I've never gone to a school that had uniforms, so I'm not sure, but I would probably say there would be less dress codes just because everyone would have access to the same outfits and they would know what they need to wear every day. But if someone wants to break the rule, they'll find a way if they really want to, just to, get in trouble.
Do you think dress code is important to have in schools?
I do not. I think that I like to wear outfits that express who I am, and I can be creative with my outfits, and I think that what a person wears tells a lot about them, and it's a good way to be able to express yourself.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Daniela. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Ainsley. Signing off.
Hello, RMS. Today we will be reporting the news.
Some very bad stuff has happened today.
We will now report what happened today. Examining the weather, we've come to the realization that the atmosphere is disappearing. Every day, less and less air is on Earth. To help this crisis out, please open your windows, put your fans right next to it to blow all the air out from your house to outside. Do not dare go outside due to the disappearance of the atmosphere. With that, now we're going to discuss how books are not good for you.
After studying what happens to people when they read books, we have come to the conclusion that they are in fact bad for you. We have somebody who has experience reading a book. Would you like to say anything to the audience?
Yes, when I opened my first book, that changed my life completely.
Go on.
When I started to read, I was bored. I started to do worse in class. I started to fail my classes.
Okay.
Yeah, books are making me fail in class. I also don't have enough time to do my assignments.
And that is why you should not read books. There has been a homework stealer on the loose. Here we have a victim of one of the homework stealers.
I forgot, lost my homework during passing period and a ghost took it.
Okay. Has this ghost stolen homework for you multiple times before?
Yeah. I was on fast forward. Working on my math and my paper disappeared out of thin air.
Alright. Make sure to look out for the ghost dealer. Back to you, Morgan. Hope that you guys are aware of the problems that are facing our schools.
That's it for today's news.
Hello, RMS. I'm Macy Whitman.
And I'm Ella Papandrea.
Today we'll be discussing if grades are dropping because students are too focused on electronics.
When most students get home from school, they are more worried about Snap Streaks, TikTok, and big apps like Instagram instead of doing their schoolwork.
Studies show that 53% of kids have a cell phone by the age of 11.
That's really young.
Now today we will be interviewing some teachers about this topic.
I'm Ella Papandrea and this is
Mr. Basham.
Today I have two questions for you.
Okay.
The first question is, what do you think about the rise of electronic distractions at home?
I can see firsthand that electronics are a huge distraction. It's pretty easy when you have everything you ever want to entertain yourself, and you get 5 seconds of boredom. So what do? Well, I see kids just look right at their phone, and it's not just your phone. Their iPads, their video games. I get it. I had those things too, but come on, people. At a certain point, it just gets old. It's like, go think for yourself. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's happening enough.
And what do you think grades are dropping because kids are more focused on electronics?
I think at times some students may find a little drop in their grades, but that's just because they're not using the technology as a resource, okay? It should be used as a tool, something to help aid you in your school. But yet, most students, when they get a little bit of this is too much work, I don't really want to do this right now, what do? Entertain yourself with mind-numbing scrolling of TikTok and whatever else is out there. But that's just my opinion.
Thank you.
And I'm here with
Mrs. Brower.
I have two questions for you today. First question is, do you think students' grades are being affected by the rise of electronic distractions at home?
I do feel they are because they want to be on their electronic devices instead of actually doing their homework. Just a minute, would you? I need to check something. What was the question again?
Do you think students' grades are being affected by the rise of electronic distractions at home?
I do, because it really kind of distracts us from what we're supposed to be doing, what we should be doing, or maybe we stay on a little bit too long.
Thank you. And then our last question is, what is your opinion on students being on their devices more than doing schoolwork?
I feel students are on their devices a lot more than doing schoolwork. Even when they're supposed to be doing their schoolwork on their devices, they're doing other things when they're not supposed to. So they are great for school and doing homework. And then she's right.
Thank you.
And
Mrs. Wilson.
Today we have 2 questions for you. The first question is, do you think grades are dropping because of the rise of electronic distractions at home?
I think for some people, yes, it is. I think it depends on the student. If they're a hardworking student, they're not going to let that distract them. But if there's somebody who kind of gives in to temptation, that might have their grades drop.
And do you think that kids are more focused on being on their devices more than doing schoolwork?
I think for a lot of kids, yes, they'd rather be on their devices instead of doing their schoolwork because the things on their devices are a little bit more fun, but I think it's important that they do their schoolwork first and then they have their fun.
Thank you. I'm here with
Mrs. Howdeshow.
We have 2 questions for you today. Do you think students' grades are being affected by the rise of electronic distractions at home?
Yes, I think that some students spend more time on their gaming systems, their phones, the iPad, instead of doing their homework.
Thank you. And then our second question is, what is your opinion on students being on their devices more than doing schoolwork?
I think that it impacts their ability to get their homework done. So they're not getting their schoolwork done, which impacts their grades. But I think that students should just prioritize and do their schoolwork first before getting on all of their devices.
Thank you.
As you can see, electronics really may be the problem.
I guess students really should worry about their schoolwork more than their phones.
Have a great day, RMS.
And stay off those phones, kids!
Today, we're starting off with pyramid. And on the bottom, we have Paige. You're good. I'm waiting for you to be great. And second, we have Kendall. You didn't really stick out to me. Next is Brooke. Next, we have Nia. You're third on the pyramid. You're third overall high score. And next we have Mackenzie. Your overall high score mini division. On top of the pyramid, going for 3 and 3, once again, is Maddie. Maddie, you do have a lyrical soul and you cry. There is no group dance. Maddie needs to start getting stretched for her solo.
Well, I guess it's been a while since I've seen the sunshine, since I have smiled. And me,
Get off me!
She's so perfect.
Good job, Maddie. You're always perfect. Thank you, Abby. And to first place is Maddie Ziegler. Here you go. Good job.
In RMS, we have elective classes, but do we need more classes?
Maybe classes like journalism, coding, or architecture.
Today, we're going to be interviewing some people about what a new class would look like at RMS.
What would a new class at RMS look like to you?
I think we should have a welding class.
Why should we have a welding class?
Not many people know about it, and I think it would be fun for kids to be able to build things.
That is what a new class at RMS would look like.
Today, RMS, we're going to be interviewing Calista. Do you think we have enough variety of classes?
I don't think we have enough variety of classes. And why? Because, I feel like we should have less time in classes and add more classes.
You have heard about people's opinions on extracurricular classes.
Our opinion is that we need more of a variety of classes so students can have a more creative mind. Having classes besides math and English would help with that.
For our final interview, we'll be asking what a student's favorite extracurricular class is.
What is your favorite extracurricular class?
My favorite extracurricular class is agriculture because I get to learn about stuff I've never heard of before.
That is the student's favorite extracurricular class.
That is a student's opinion on extracurricular classes here at RMS.
Thanks for watching.
I heard I could talk to you about trees.
What? Trees? How'd you hear about those?
My Grammy, Norma?
Of course a Grammy. Okay. Listen closely. A long time ago, when trees were everywhere, I had a business. Needs.
What were the needs?
Needs were everywhere until someone came along.
Hey, what are you doing?
Making needs. What does it look like I'm doing?
You can't just come in here and do this. This is my home. You can't destroy it like this.
Needs were my best invention.
It's you again.
Listen here. I want you to stop destroying all my land and chopping my trees.
Why?
Because you are destroying my land.
But my needs.
Your needs don't matter right now. All the animals are leaving. Look, Mr. Wunfler. See how all those bears are leaving? They're leaving because you're destroying our land.
They're just bears. They can find a new place. It's you again.
Wait, come back. Don't you see what you're doing to my land?
Why do you care so much about those trees?
Because I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
He speaks for the trees?
Until one day, he couldn't anymore.
My 109th need. What are you doing here?
Okay, so you've destroyed this land so bad that they're leaving.
I don't care if they leave.
That's why it's so destroyed.
Don't make the same mistakes I did, kid.